The topics, opinions, and views discussed in these videos are meant for entertainment purposes and are not a substitute for professional advice. If your guaranteed income supplement payments suddenly stopped or decreased this year, you are not alone. In most cases, it's a problem you can fix fairly quickly. Every July, Service Canada recalculates GIS based on your latest tax return. If your filing was delayed or if there was an income assessment change, your monthly benefits can get put on hold automatically. Today, we're going to go over the exact 3 steps to contact Service Canada, submit the required income updates, and get your GIS payments back on track. Let's start with step number 1, checking your CRA filing status. Because GIS is an income-tested, tax-free benefit, Service Canada relies directly on the Canada Revenue Agency to determine your entitlement every year. The primary reason payments pause in July is simply an unreceived tax return. Even if you had zero income, filing your tax return on time is what tells Service Canada that you still qualify. If you haven't filed yet, do so immediately, either online, through a free tax clinic, or by using CRA's automated phone system if you received an invitation. Once CRA processes your return, they forward that data over to Service Canada to resume your benefits. What if your taxes are filed, but your payment is still missing? Or what if your income dropped drastically this past year due to retirement or loss of pension income? In these situations, waiting for the CRA system link can cause unnecessarily delays. You can provide your income information directly to Service Canada. If your income dropped recently, ask Service Canada for an estimate of income form, specifically the form ISP 3025, depending on your situation. This allows them to calculate your GIS based on your current lower income rather than last year's higher numbers, thereby restoring your payments much faster. The fastest way to confirm where your file stands is through My Service Canada account online. Log in, check your old age security dashboard under payment details to see if additional information is required. If you don't use the online portal, call Service Canada directly at 1-800-277-9914. Be sure to have your social insurance number ready. Tell the agent that your GIS payment has stopped and ask if they need a manual income declaration to reactivate your account. Losing a monthly benefit unexpectedly is stressful. But remember, once Service Canada processes your updated information, any missed GIS payments are issued retroactively back to the date that you were eligible. You won't lose out on the money owed to you. If you found this breakdown helpful, give this video a like so other Canadian seniors facing the same issue can find it. Leave a comment if you have questions about navigating My Service Canada, and subscribe for straightforward updates on senior resources. Here at Surviving Retirement, we balance between information and watching me go through and survive retirement. And I can tell you with this, I'm going through this right now. So me, and just like you, we encounter these things. So you got to get on top of them fast. Now, if those processes, you find that you're in dire need, you needed that money, but it's not there. What do? You hop in your car and you drive to the Service Canada office. Spoiler alert, round trip, you're going to spend about 4 hours of your life that you're never going to get back. But it's going to be worth it. Now, once you get to the Service Canada office, you'll go up to the reception desk and you'll ask the lovely lady for the form, the ISP 3025. And she will say, I'll go to the back room and print it out for you. Apparently, it's a super secret form. I don't know why, but it is. She'll print it out, come back, hand it to you, and say, fill out the form and hand it back to me and I will submit it for you. No, no, no. I know this from experience. Tell the receptionist thank you for the form, receive the form, and ask her to have an appointment with one of the service agents. She's going to say, it's going to be a couple hours. That's okay. Time well wasted, but going to be well worth it in your case. Wait the 2 hours at the Service Canada office. Go and see the service agent. Explain your situation to the service agent. All the details. Where do you have to fill the form out? And all the details. Fill out the form, hand it back to the service agent that you're talking to, and make sure they understand that you're in a stressful situation. You got to make your rent. You got to pay the bills. This is dire need. They put it right on the form in quotations. Dire need. And then they send it off, and she'll turn to you and say, okay, it's escalated to dire need. And you just phone the CPP OAS GIS office at Service Canada in 5 business days. Okay. That's Monday to Friday business days, excluding holidays. So, 5 days elapse, you phone Service Canada, and they say, well, it still hasn't got a resolution yet. We'll need another 5 days. Why do they say 5 days in the first place? I don't know. Keep on top of them. Okay. When can I call back? In my case, it's going to be 17th of August. Phone back and we'll have an answer for you. Okay. Now, here's something. If you live in British Columbia, not everybody knows this. The province of British Columbia offers a maximum $99.50 per month senior supplement. Now, they will send that money to you, providing that all the calculations through the GIS people at Service Canada meet the proper specifications and regulations. Now, when you finally get a hold of Service Canada and you live in British Columbia, ask them about this $99 senior supplement. There's a schedule of somewhere you apply. You may get the full amount, you may get part of the amount. If you live in a different province in Canada, a lot of the provinces have something similar to this. So investigate. It's usually in your provincial government Ministry of Development or Ministry of Social Service. Do that. That's an extra $1,200 a year, when you look at it. So, I mean, if it's the benefits out there, the government is brilliant at coming up with all these benefits. But darn dang it, they make it so difficult to try and let seniors access it. You've got to go through hoops and barrels and jumps. But it is there. Also, don't forget, in British Columbia, there's the BC Housing Subsidy. You can apply for that. Do that after you've figured out what's happened with your GIS. Some of the monies the GIS pays you factors into whether you get the amount you get for BC Housing. The governments, they drive us nuts. But, we love them, for good or for bad, for giving us out our benefits. That's all we got for that today. We're going to move on to the rest part of the show. Now, if you watched episode 1, we talked about making that first trip to the food bank. How tough it can be on your pride, but how essential a resource it is when the budget gets tight. Today, I want to talk about something people don't mention enough. Feeling overdrawn at the food bank. Not just financially, but emotionally. Sometimes you feel guilty for showing up again, or maybe the shelves are running a bit leaner than usual. Here's my reminder to you. These community resources are built for us. Retirement should be about dignity, not shame. If you need help bridging the gap between pension checks and Social Security, use the resources. You've paid for them. You've paid into the system your whole life. There's zero shame in getting a little back when you need it. What I eat while I'm surviving retirement. Take 3 package, Mr. Noodles there, in a big pot. Boil the water up. Make sure the water's fairly about halfway in. Put the 3 packages in. Add the chicken or beef. 2 of these, courtesy of the local food bank, OXO cubes. And boil down the water. We got our frugal food recipes. I've been watching a guy on Facebook. Once the noodles are boiled, the water's reduced down, pop it right in there. It's simple, filling, and packed with energy. That's how we keep moving forward on a cosmic budget. Today I want to talk about the free hobby fix. Now, this is just as important as your grocery bills. It's peace of mind, trying to keep yourself sane while you're surviving retirement. When money is tight, it's easy to isolate yourself because of so much socializing costs money. But retirement shouldn't mean staying trapped at home. You got to get out. You got to do things. This is what I call the free hobby fix. First, your local library. It's not just books anymore. They've got movies. They've got past programs, access that you can get to local parks, and free workshops. Workshops really good there. If your mind is aching for getting engaged in something, everything, and we'll be talking about that more as the other episodes roll out. Family history, roots research. If you've got a patio garden like I do, research into plants and things. They have senior groups that are science-based, and they go out and some of the ad hoc organizations, they're doing studies on, that's irritating noise. They do some of the studies on stars. They do it on plants, hiking trails. You can be part of this. You can be part of a group of people. They give you a little task to go out and complete. It's fun. It engages your time, and it's free. If you're like into birding, some people are. I mean, where I live, I got hundreds, probably thousands of different species of birds, everything from hummingbirds to woodpeckers to bigger birds, blue jays. They're all over the place here. Ravens. We also got the family of crows and eagles. You see eagles every so often. I can just see a butterfly flying out in the background there. I guess they even count too. So these things, check out your local library. There's a lot of resources there. They're free. You could check out a book to read if you're into reading books. I'm into reading books. I currently don't have enough time to do it because I'm working on these video projects, but it's something that I really enjoy. Also doing research and roots research. Anyways, check it out. It's a free hack. It's get out there and enjoy things. Even a walking trail, afternoon going out for a hike, it's great. Now, I haven't talked much about my girlfriend, but she has to be one of the most creative crafters I've ever come across. She can take an idea and just bring it to life. So the other week, she got a new vacuum, and she decided to instead of throwing the box out and all the innards that come in a nice new vacuum cleaner, she looked at it for hours and hours, and then she came up and stated, "You know what? I'm going to build Jazz, that's our cat, a cat castle, because there's." She's very talented, works in all sorts of crafting materials, and you're going to see her in a video coming up that I'm working on about building a fairy castle. She helped me immensely on that, or actually a fairy garden. She helped me build a fairy garden, and I thank her for that, and that's going to be coming up as one of my standalone videos. Now, I need your help. She wants to pursue a YouTube channel. Do you think she should? Leave your comments down below, because I'm trying to get her motivated into jumping into the YouTube world, and then she can be doing her own thing while I'm doing my thing. I think it's great. Being creative and crafty is a honorable profession. Next time on Surviving Retirement.